Hello everyone. So we are having a data set of an e-commerce company which is having fields like the name of the customer, customer ID, region, product and services, revenue and the profit generated from each data source. In this data set, I am going to check if there is any duplicate value or not. So I am just checking it. Here I am using remove duplicates from data tools and I am removing the column which may have duplicate values. So no duplicate values found here. Now I am just going and highlighting the cells which is having 0 in their cell value. So here I did it from conditional formatting highlight cells rule. Here I am typing equal to 0, so the cells are highlighted which are having 0 as their value. Now we are going to sort or filter this revenue section from numbers. We are getting top 5 revenue generating items. These are the top 5 revenue generating items. Similarly, we can do this for below 5 revenue or bottom 5 revenue generating items. So this is the unit 1 task which I have performed here. Now we are going to perform the mathematical functions over here. Firstly, I am performing the sum function, for which I write the formula of sum and I am selecting the cells. Now from F2 to F71 we did the sum. Similarly, I am going to use the max function. So here I did max function from F2 to F71. I again select the whole data range and we'll have a maximum column, maximum value from that selected range out here. We can also perform the minimum function too. So with this function, we will get the minimum value, that is 499. Now I will perform if and function. In this, both the condition needs to be fulfilled. So here I am choosing revenue column and I want it to be more than 1 lakh. And for profit section, I want it to be more than 5,000. I If the condition is fulfilled, it will be high, and if not, then it will be low. So the answer is low because as we can see, the profit and the revenue part was not fulfilling the conditions which I wrote. Similarly, I'm going to use if and or function, but in this scenario, if one condition is true, the answer will be high, and if one condition is even false, then two. So here I did the same thing. I wrote the formula and I just drag and drop it to the other cells. Now we are using KPIs, key performance indicators. So for that I'm doing conditional formatting and I will highlight the cells which contains West in their name to highlight the West region. Similarly, I'll do the same for the product and service part. Here I highlight the grocery part by yellow color so that I can have a knowledge about the grocery which customer ordered. Now we are going to make some charts over here. Firstly, we are making a bar chart of revenue and product column. So this is the revenue and product column chart which we have generated from all the sources we have. Now we are going to make another chart. It will be a Pareto chart for region and profit distribution. It will be a chart which will be showing the profit percentage growth over the time in all the four regions we have. It is basically consolidated chart of profit percentage wise growth. Now we are making a third chart, that is a pivot chart here. For that we are going to put region on the axis part, product and services on the region part, and profit will be a source of values for us. So this is a consolidated chart of all the four regions which we have and the product and services revenue we generated from them. Now we are making a pivot chart analysis. Firstly, we are doing the region versus product and service part. So I make that pivot chart here in a new worksheet. I am putting region again on axis part, revenue on values, and product and services on the region part. Here the chart is ready. So this chart is showing us the region versus product and services aspect. Now we are going to make again a pivot chart on a new worksheet. Here we have this pivot chart with us. what we are going to do here, we are going to extract the top 5 customers. So I put product on the legion part, sum of revenues on the values, customer ID and customer name will be put it on the axis part here. Now I am just editing the table here to get the top 5 customers. Just we'll click on drop down arrow and we'll filter top 5 customers from here. So these are the top 5 customers, and along with their names, these are the customers which is giving us the great amount of revenue. We are doing this whole filtration on the revenue part. We can do the same for profit part. Now we are going to apply goal seek here. So here I am having a profit of this particular number. I just want to reach it to a value, and I am setting that value to 50,000 rupees. Now the goal seek will help me in finding how much revenue I have to generate to reach this particular profit. So it let me know that if my revenue is 2,50,000, I'll reach to profit of 50,000. Now we are going to use some interactive slicers over here. We are making a slicer of product and services. So this is our slicer ready. Now I will just change it color. So if I click on books, I will have the data which is having only books, electronics only electronics, and clothing only will have the data related to clothing part. Now we will look at the analysis part of the whole process which we did. To analyze the situation of the business e-commerce company, I have developed two pivot tables. First one is in front of your screen. It is showing us the sum of the profit from the various region. It demonstrates that the north is generating the least profit and west is generating the highest profit for the company. Now the another table, which pivot table which we have created, is of the product and services and the profit, sum of profit. So electronics is generating the highest profit, books is also generating good amount of profit, whereas clothing and furniture is not getting the highest amount of profit for the firm. So the suggestion which I would like to add after the whole analysis via pivot table is that the e-commerce company can redevelop their furniture and clothing aspects, and then can also check on the north region that what are the factors which are hindering their growth, and accordingly they can redevelop their policies to attain maximum profit in north region, and to also reach to a equilibrium point in clothing and furniture departments, so that they can also have a sufficient amount of profit or a equilibrium amount of profit in these two segments also.